Hey guys, I'm a Night Siren. Today I was planning on doing a GTA theory in honor of its PC release, but I've done a lot of GTA stuff recently. So instead, I decided to do another Soul Calibur theory. My passion for this theory stems from a semi-rant that I somehow went into while talking with one of my subscribers on a similar topic. So today, we are talking about if Namco and the Soul Calibur series are so obsessed with having overly sexualized women in their game, to the point that they got rid of any women over a certain age in the 5th installment of the Soul Calibur series. Technically 6th installment. We all know that the Soul Calibur women are portrayed as beautiful and sexy. Ivy, for example, has quadruple D breast size. Quadruple D! That is freaking huge! Not only that, but she, as well as some of the other women of the series, are outfitted in incredibly skimpy clothing. A few other examples would be Tira, whose breasts are barely covered by a stretch of cloth in all appearances she's made in the game, and Seong Mina, who has an exposed midriff since Soul Calibur 2, and breasts partially covered by a dangling piece of cloth since Soul Calibur 3. However, out of all the women in the game, most of them are actually fairly well covered. Sophicia, Cassandra, Viola/Amy, and Pyrrha wear short dresses, but they don't expose too much. Leisha and Natsu have short shorts, but full tops and long sleeves. Taki has worn a full-body suit since she appeared in the game, and Hilda is known for being fully dressed in armor. While the women are still undeniably beautiful, they're at least somewhat covered. The lack of clothing is known to be a trope in the fighting game world as well, and compared to some of their other counterparts, Soul Calibur is one of the more conservative towards their women. Take Mortal Kombat, for example. Almost all of their women are half-dressed, exposing all but the most intimate details of their bodies. It is also plainly obvious that the women are not the only ones sexualized. The men are too. They are all designed to be handsome, with large muscles and handsome faces. They too are as well partially dressed, most commonly exposing their bare, muscular chest, especially in Soul Calibur 5. Characters like Maxi, Zwei, Astaroth, Rock, Sheba, and Young Seong have had fully bare chests since their introduction. Mitsurugi has had half his chest visible since Soul Calibur 3, while Killick's chest was shown until Soul Calibur 4, and other characters like Cervantes, Raphael, and Algol adopted the exposed look in 5. Still, while most of the men are attractive, unlike the women, have a few members whose designs don't focus on looks like Astaroth, Waldo, and the elderly Edgemaster. While it is obvious that Soul Calibur characters are meant to be good-looking and the women are more focused on, Namco was not necessarily discriminatory towards them. That is until you take into consideration what they did in Soul Calibur 5, and the real reason behind this theory. What they did was they changed up the roster. Soul Calibur 4 had 25 characters, not counting the bonus and guest characters. Soul Calibur 5 had 27, not counting guest characters. While many of the iconic characters returned, many did not. Instead, they were replaced by much younger characters with similar fighting styles. 17 years passed between Soul Calibur 4 and Soul Calibur 5, and during that time, it is obvious that many of the characters would have aged, making almost all of those who returned in their 30s or above. The problem is, no woman over the age of 35 returned. The 4 returning women, assuming that Viola is Amy, are Ivy, Hilde, Tira, and Amy/Viola. Viola is, I assume, in her mid to late 20s. Hilde is 35, Tira is 34, but she still looks the same, and Ivy is chronologically 49. However, it is stated that she stopped aging at 32, so she still appears young. The returning men do not fit this mold. Siegfried is 40, Mitsurugi is 46, Killick is 40, Maxi is 45, though he does not appear it, and Raphael is chronologically 49. However, due to the fact that he is theoretically a vampire, he stopped aging at 32 as well. However, 2 of the most iconic characters who have been in the games since the very beginning, like Taki and Sophicia, were replaced. Sophicia would have been 42, but died before the events of the game, as was instead replaced by her son Patroclus and daughter Pyrrha. Taki would have been 46, but vanished before 5, and was replaced by her apprentice Natsu. Xianghua would have been 37, but did not appear and was replaced by her daughter Leisha. So the question is, did they replace these women with younger counterparts because they didn't want them to appear older? Considering that they seem to go out of their way to justify most of their characters not aging anyway, it is a likely possibility. The fighting genre of video games is built on attractive characters, and they would not want to sacrifice that image for the likes of iconic returning characters. Why would they only take away the women? Well, men are usually said to become more distinguished as they age, while women just age. Therefore, older men can still be considered attractive, while the women's appearance can still be questionable. In all, I can say that yes, the Soul Calibur series does want beautiful characters, but they do not restrict that discrimination to just the women. I can also say that it does seem they removed the older women on purpose, replacing them with younger characters. Still, I believe it is a possibility that women like Taki and Xianghua may return in the future, looking older but beautiful. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Until then, like and comment, subscribe for more theories and creepypasta readings. Don't forget to leave theory suggestions below. I'm Midnight Siren, and I will see you next time.